That's funny. Hello? Ah, there we go. Good morning, MechWarrior fans, and welcome back to another round of MWO Comp. Your caster for this evening is myself, Red Phoenix Cast. Joining me today on the desk is Weasel Slider. We are co-casting this show with NAFF versus 228 Hotel. I'm excited, and I'm going to jump in with Wheels of Slider in Discord right now as we are getting ready for first round of matches here in the server. I am back.
Welcome back.
And as we get to do a little bit of pre-game banter with NAFF and 228. Now, NAFF actually, I think NAFF came off a pretty dang good. Pretty interesting turn of events last week. For some weird reason, my brain is not remembering if they won or not for some dumb reason, but alas.
Check that.
Thank you. And then on the 228 side, I don't remember seeing these guys. I don't think I've even seen these guys play before, so this will be pretty much a first for me. I was joking about this last week, how basically NAFF is a conglomerate of different unit tags, where 228 in this case 228 is basically United minus Lord Phils, who still reps the beer tag.
Yeah, I see Lord Phil's with 228 a fair amount, so I don't know what he's still doing with beer, but yeah.
I mean, hey, someone's got an affiliation for of their favorite beverage. I'm not gonna yuck someone's yum. You know what I mean?
True.
So.
And it seems NAFF lost last week to the A team from my unit.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that was you guys, huh?
The other team, but
still technically you guys. Like, you could easily say, like, the A team from MGSQ is technically also my team, per se. Alright, we gotta unlock... We gotta lock Carino from Captain Rex as we start this up.
Time 13:09.
We are looking on the T2 side from 228 for the lock on their side.
Got Prime Minister and Hammerfeld already up. Looks like they're all ready.
We are looking to green across the board. I'm eating a fry right now. That's why I'm kind of quiet. Do you know what? Alright, this is a sidetrack, but because we're still technically on the loading screen, I'm not seeing somebody. I don't see matches getting launched yet. I'm gonna take this hot second to be like, okay, restaurants, please double fry your potatoes.
You know they'll never do it.
There's this one place in town, they single fry, and it bothers me to no end. It just doesn't taste that good. And it makes it so hard to eat, because all of a sudden now I have to plow through the rest of these, like, basically a potato and a half worth of fries. And it's awful. I mean, it's like... Like, I probably could just fry it again, which is probably what I'm... If I don't eat it all, I'll probably just fry them again, but whatever. We don't have the luxury of being picky about stuff. Anyways, as we roll into first match here, looks like we're going to be getting first rounds.
First.
I could just hit buttons and everything will work. Looking at team one in team Drake and the Fleet 17, Minkata in the Incubus SA, which I can't click.
Jenner 2C, Commando, Urban, Mac 2C, Hash
Incubus Saber with the with streaks and a light tag, and then now Captain Rex with the Arctic Wolf 1. I think that's
What's the button to see their build again?
I hit spacebar and then enter key.
Spacebar.
Yeah.
Enter. That would maybe be the one.
Lysandra with the Kit Fox Delta. I'm trying to.
Thunderbolt.
Looks like we're gonna start.
Choice.
Looks like a couple of missiles getting launched away. Because Plasmas we're gonna try and get there. We're gonna try and blast through the rest of this.
Magmix Flea FA.
Jenner Oxide from Mycelius. Locust 3 Victor, I called that out earlier.
Got the Hammerfell in the Hashgate doing a little bit of a flank here away from his team.
As we pan around.
Got the AP Magmix.
Thunderbolt 5 November with the Thunderbolts, I think. If that's what
Trebuchet 5N with the 2 Trebuchet 15s.
Those hurt. Oof.
Hashgate half.
Yeah, the Hashgate is it's a sweet mech, but however, you really do need to be careful of where you're putting yourself.
Yeah, 228 really taking a beating. NAFF is just taking this hill, and they are not letting go of it.
Although Rat Junkie in the back with the Locust 3 Victor, that's gonna be pretty interesting here.
True. We've got
Basilius falls to Hammerfell. We didn't even get to see
Hammerfell fell to Middleus.
Or yeah, it's the other way around. And D-Cloud's in the thick of it with Wubby and Lord Phyllis. It's gonna be a 2v1 for NAFF. And it ain't gonna look pretty, folks. 228 takes one. Lays the team up there. Captain Rex getting slammed with those heavy thunderbolts. As rest of 228 are trying to find a rotation here. Rat Junkie finding 3 members of NAFF gonna have to run back to the team, but he will fall to Lysandra. His cursor trying to get a shot off, but the Prime Minister Team Lasaris takes a kill there. Mikado takes Prime Minister, and first one is going to be left on that little bit of a hill with Lord Philson right behind him. Jenner is going to fall to Captain Rex and the Arctic Wolf run, and now here comes Drake to chase down Lord Phileas and the Flea FA, the Flea 17 and the battle, but no, Mikado pulls before Drake gets there, and that will be the battle.
I've just got caps left, but should not be a problem with the Incubus and a...
Yeah, Incubus will be easy to cap, like 15 Drakes is going to cap, no problem.
Yeah.
Mycelius is going to take the Oxide, he's going to try and go for probably one of the deeper caps here.
Looks like Leothindra, the Kit Fox, is going a bit fast for what I'd expect out of someone that's legged. Might have taken a...
I don't think that's legged.
Speed retention.
Oh no, he is legged.
No, I'm looking at the Kit Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna.
He's legged.
I was like, I was looking at Captain Rex for some weird reason.
That would do it.
Yeah, it's not a perfect system, but we're getting by. We are getting by.
I was surprised at the streak Arctic Wolf, I think it was.
I think? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention enough to really notice.
So I think it was the Arctic Wolf and then the Kit Fox is running something else.
Yeah.
But most of the time you don't see streaks in
I mean, I can understand why. The locks, getting a proper lock on with streaks is really good. Like, I've been testing it off with a larger mech. That goes just... Yeah, it doesn't go as fast, but it hits so hard.
If you can get the locks and you're not confident in your pinpoint damage, then streaks are almost always the way to go. But typically in first drop, the very light drops, they get disallowed. For this tournament, they're not disallowed.
Bit of a change of the rules this time around.
Yeah, typically drop 2 and heavier don't get streaks in them just because mediums are your bread and butter there, and they don't fall quite like lights do to streaks.
A little bit of change up for NAFF and Trent 76 and Degas. They're going to be joining for this drop. 228 keeping their team very much on top here. Word Phils is probably going to need a beer after after this. So
for that pursuit, yeah,
a very appropriate team tag. But I do find this interesting, especially with the rule change up, to see how teams utilize basically getting another tool in their toolbox for obvious reasons. I've yet to see a team do Lerms, which is not the most common strategy. And with
Lerms typically just get pushed, especially in formats like this, just because you're tonnage limited, so you're gonna end up with lighter mechs go faster. Typically there's a lot of cover on the maps that are chosen, so you just get the Lermers get with a face push. It's happened a couple of times to me. It's not pretty.
That's fair. But in this case, I think the streaks in this case have like proven effective for NAFF as they take the first match.
Yeah.
So
Thunderbolts, on the other hand, for 228 did not prove too effective.
I was kind of questioning it. I was thinking about it in my back of my head, going, "Wow, Thunderbolts, really?"
I think they just took a lot of bad trades and had a bad position. They got lower on that hill.
They did have the right idea with the Thunderbolts, of positioning in the back line with the Thunderbolts, and to be basically throw free damage at basically NAFF here. But
yeah, it just didn't quite work.
No.
Not with their positioning. I think if they had come up from the back side of that hill, maybe, if you're looking down on it a bit counterclockwise, over that hill, there's a little bit of an area that you can come up on.
Definitely.
I think you might need a jump jet or two, and I think they were very light on jump jet mechs.
Bro, I could see a strategy where instead of taking Thunderbolts, they could have took Streaks as well. Just to match firepower for firepower.
He probably wanted on the Arctic Wolf or something like NAFF had, but yeah. Just because the Thunderbolt's a bit too squishy for that.
Right.
Or the Trebuchet, sorry.
Trebuchet might be a little too squishy, so maybe something a little tankier on that regard. Anyways, off to Surrey's Metal Scrapyard, and probably the most, I don't know. This map is polarizing to me, and if you would mind enlightening me with this one.
So, there's a common joke that there are maps that are canyon but X. Hibernal is canyon but snowy, and it has a volcano in the middle. Ceres is canyon but dark, and the middle is a little bit different.
Alright, Crane, across the board between Rax, Hammerfell, Lord Phyllis, and everybody else here as we go into the next match. And I realized really quickly that I did not switch back to lobby, but whatever. Guess we're just balling.
Switch the teams? They don't switch teams.
They don't switch teams. I have a bunch of different scenes, so I forgot to switch them because I'm a professional streamer.
Surely
we would understand transitioning back and forth between two things would be a proper strategy of proper casting, but here we are.
Interesting place for the spectators to start. I don't...
Just behind Sigma, yeah. I'm particularly not a fan, so I'm just gonna fly my butt over to Theta and watch this thing start loading in. Like, and don't get me wrong, you're right. This thing very much promotes NASCAR-like movement.
All the low ground.
Yeah.
Start with 228 again. Got a fridge. Why is there a fridge? What? Ice ferret, sorry. So that's gonna be going about 180 with mask.
Yeah,
and
that's...
yeah, 11 micropulses, a javelin with heavy machine gun med pulses, medium X pulses, so it's a bit of a DPS. Large medium X pulse mix on the number 7 Charger.
Charger and 7 this time around.
Heavy machine gun micro Viper, and then the Locust 3V is gonna be the standard mix.
Oh, we got an Irby K9.
DPS. Well, that's a choice. That's probably going to be Rax or UX.
I think it might be UX.
5 medium pulses. 5 medium pulses. That's a choice.
That's a choice. Meshi Peshu coming up for Captain Rex, putting some poke damage on thing, but it looks like he's going to get found out by Rat Junkie and Wobbly, taking a 2v1, now a 3v1, now a 3v2 with Trent 76 and Legit. Oh my god, everybody's coming and everybody's looking to party. Captain Rex is down to 61%, gets immediately deleted by Hitmaster. Rat Junkie and Wobbly's going to try and boodle around and try to find their teammates while Lord Phyllis presses the W key, takes the Javelin 1F, goes deep into the blues. Degas is looking to be the next target, down to half health. Lord Phyllis is down to 78%. Degas is going down to Lord Phyllis, and as they turn it around, 228 taking a dominant position with a 2-kill lead. And Menkata now with the Victor 5S, they're going to try to make some damage happen. Looks like that Hammerfell down to that absolutely nice number. Self-destruction with Trend 76, but Trend analysis kills off another member of 228. NAFF. Hammerfell takes another kill. Lord Phyllis is going to try to go back in. Hammerfell looking leg, but he will pull damage. Wobbly very much hurt, but he still will pull damage. Mycelius looking to be the next one down. Lethandra looking to be now is the next one up. Trincella takes out first one, but it's not enough. Lethandra gonna have to run. The Mistlinks Delta is gonna have to turn tail and run for the hills, but I think it is a little too late for Trincilius as Rat Junkie will rip him up. And it's down to Lethandra and the Mistlinks, Eben Dragoon, Rat Junkie, and Prime Minister right up on him with and will it be enough? Can they at least take a kill in the clutch? 4 members of 228 just bearing down. No, it will not. Rat Junkie tears it up. And 228 get themselves on the board. Whew.
Yeah. 228 with that push deck very much worked. Comment about Rat Junkie there, yeah, 325 damage, 2 kills, not too bad.
Pretty slick if you ask me, man. That is beautifully done for basically what appears to be a very super strong push deck from coming out of 22H. So we are very much in it to win it here.
Yeah. I think NAFF was expecting to take that hill and have 228 remain behind just a little bit. Well, that did not happen.
Nope.
You can see how all of the builds that NAFF had were very... I think one was light PPCs and SERMs, one was Snub AC-20. Most of them were very upfront with their damage, probably expecting a push, but maybe more of a trickle, not oh, suddenly there are 6 people and all of them are on one side, and they got the early pick on the Mishipesu.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That
Captain
early
Rex,
pick
I
of the
believe
Meshi
that
Pashu
was.
really basically just gave 228 the go button, and honestly, super super well done. Just to 228, just saying, you know what? That's a big one down. Let's just keep going, guys. Let's pick it up. Let's pick up the pace and throw these guys on their heels.
NA servers are choice. As far as I'm aware, both of these teams are European.
Nope, NAFF. Hang on, because I remember copy pasting this because that's how my leads go. NAFF is European. 228 Hellraisers are North American.
I would have sworn that. Is it a different 228 team that's European?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I swear they have at least 2 teams, so I'm probably just misremembering. No, 228H and 228 Reapers are both NA.
Oh.
Okay, I thought it might have been a recruiting post that they never fulfilled.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens. You got a couple players from the EU, and they just can't play on the EU servers. It is what it is. Oh man, here we go. I made this joke last week, so I'll bring it over into this week. But 228 running all the same unit tags versus the conglomerate. It's the Empire versus the Alliance.
A little bit.
I'm really hoping everybody gets that Star Wars reference. Bit of a change up here for incoming first one for 228. Rest of team will stand tall. Hammerfeld adjusting all of where they need everybody to be and saying locked for team 1. Captain Rex looking to maybe make some changes as 3 members of NAFF are not ready to rock and roll.
310 tonnage, so they're at least close on tonnage wise.
They're maybe trying to find a way to eat up that last 5 tons somehow.
Normally they've got their drop decks pretty together, so I'd be surprised if they're doing any last minute shuffling, but they might be.
Big shuffle right there. Tremalis in the bottom with Charlie, with Captain Rex, Lucilius, Lathandra, and Trent in Bravo. And Dagos and Minkata joining them with, more shuffling. And more shuffling. So, alright, cool. Let me just throw my notes away. Oops. Let me just casually throw my headset away as well while I'm doing that.
Oops.
Buttons. I can't seem to find where my headphone jack is. Oh, there it is. Can you say something?
Test, test.
Yeah, I got it. Sweet. Thank you.
Nice, nice.
Alright, as we look to match number 3, we are behind Sigma again.
Yeah, but apparently that is where red team comes in, so I'll just sit over here for a moment, wait for NAFF to come in.
I like overlooking the map, just like panning like right to left on just overlooking Theta.
Yeah, but I want to snag their builds while they're coming in. Looks like it's mostly the same as last time, just side swap.
I mean, I wouldn't be put past me. Oh.
I would not put it past them either, just to... If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and if they're comfortable with
Absolutely.
the mix, goes to the It's like machine guns, small.
228, looking ready to rock and roll here, and immediately out of the gate, it looks like all 6 members of the Fast 6 here are already making a solid push past Gamma. The N7 is going to join them in whenever the N7 decides to join them.
The mission pace is taking a little bit of a different tune this time.
That's probably smart in this case, because getting caught out, Captain Rex was not too happy with getting caught out last time.
Yeah, but now they are strewn across the map again, so this will be interesting to see if it plays out much the same.
Alpheus Cursor going a little too far, trying to find the rest of the team members of NAFF. Will find the hill and retreat back. As the N7 now finally gets to join the rest of his 228 brethren, getting up the hill.
Nice murder ball from
Ooh, big opening fight at the Webley, getting a big shot with the Ice Fridge Juliet. As the rest of the team starts piling in. First looks like targets are going to look like Dagas are going to be taking a lot of bullets off of here. Alpha's turns to the left and says hello around the corner to Minkata. Minkata trying to drop back behind the team. Lots of UAVs. The whole map sees blue UAVs all over the place. Where the N7 will dive right into the thick of it. Trinalysis is going to be the first one to go down. And the Shadowhawk 2K falls with the Viper Charlie taking out the N7. Minkata, the Victor 5S, looking towards Viper Prime Minister. He might be the next target. Wibbly, Trent, Minkata, it's a crapshoot. Prime Minister, it's on the thick of it. Lathara's caught in a bad 2v1 with his back turned towards first one. Minkata, this is looking rough for NAFF, but members of 228 keep falling. And Trinalysis and Captain Rex are just pouring bullets into the fight. Mycelius, Hammerfell takes a kill back, but it's down to 3 people left. Captain Rex and the Mesher Pesher taking that absolute beautiful high ground. And as Hammerfell looking to close out any sort of thing, Trinalysis with the Viper Charlie trying to find any sort of angle on anybody. Mycelius also trying to find an angle on anybody, but it looks like he's looking pretty hurt, but he's not moving too much. Trinalysis backs up the hill as the Fleet FA and the... I can't tell what that one is, but first one is going to be turned into corner. They go on the backside of the hill with the Vindicator trying to make some work. Oh, Ophelia finds the back of the Meshy Pashu. Trinalysis trying to turn this thing into a 1v1 with the Javelin 11F and the Viper Charlie, but first one's going to find him and make this very much an unfair fight. Trinalysis down to 2, first one, but Captain Rex will pick up a revenge kill on his fallen brethren as it's down to a 2v2. Mycelius and Captain Rex as they try to bully the Meshy Peshu. Captain the Javelin left 1. I think he's ran out of bullets. It's down to a laser beam left. But Captain Rex has bullets and plasmas. Alphelia's corner and the Fleet FA, they're trying to dance around the rest of this 2v2 dance party. As Mycelius looking fresh to death, looking towards Alphelia's corner and trying to see if get a leg here. Captain Rex put a plasma into the Fleet FA. He's down under half. Mycelius now looking hurt, but is now in the red. And Hammerfell will take him out. Captain Rex now in the clutch up. Will take one. It's down to a 1v1, and it's Hammerfell versus Captain Rex, and the Meshy Peshu's on the run. Captain Rex
is running. Guessing he's no, he's not too hot either.
Ooh, he's found some high ground and he's trying to get a shot off. And the Meshy Peshu on the run when the Javelin 11F is legged. Can Captain Rex find the last little bit of angle before being accidentally blown up by the Javelin 11F? They are going all the way around this map to make things happen as Captain Rex and the Meshy Peshu make a little bit of a touch on Kappa, put a little bit more points on the board here. Captain Rex and the Meshy Peshu. Hammerfell and the Javelin 11F. We follow.
Leg javelin even.
Yeah, poor leg. The leg on Captain Fell is not looking too hot, but he's still alive. And at 3 kills apiece, Captain Rex and Hammerfell are gonna have to make a decision of who goes down next. But Captain Rex is on the run. Where Captain Rex is going, I don't actually know. Wow. This is a very strange turn of events now, where I think getting all the outside caps for on the Meshi Peshu is actually kind of smart, because now I think this point spread is going to turn very much in NAFF's favor. Even though Hammerfell takes Theta and will try to get as much as they can, Captain Rex having a lot more movement speed here in the Meshi Peshu is going to be a big factor on why this win is going to be turned over to Caps. Just a casual blast from the plasmas as Captain Rex will fire everything. Captain Rex finding the high ground, looking for the javelin, doesn't see him.
I think he knows where he is. I think he's just not doing it. I think they're both going for, what's this, Epsilon?
I mean, if he's leg, he basically has control of this match, so he doesn't have to engage him, but he does it anyway! Captain Rex finds the other leg, shuts him down, and says goodnight. Wow! Oh, Captain, my Captain! Captain Rex comes out of there clean as a whistle. Beautifully done. That is a beautiful 1v1. And I need to do a lot of alt-tabbing to figure out where my scoreboard is. NAFF picking up another match win here. Or another drop win. I was not expecting this outcome, because now it's pretty close with 2 drops to go. NAFF has the lead at 2-1 apiece. 2 wins to 1. Going into Forest Colony Snow. I have played this in scrims and in comp maybe like a handful of times, and I always find myself in a weird situation as a light pilot of not knowing what to do. Because a lot of the times this ends up being a trade match, which ends up being pretty slow.
Very often, yeah. There's a thing you can do with the tunnel on the, I want to say it's the north side of the map. You can just go through and go pick off some traders if they're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
It's right by the entrance on the west side is close to that radio tower that's up there, and then on the east side there's a bit of a clearing right there.
I always feel like you need to be dedicating a pretty heavy push, like a pretty solid push, not like a not like a full team push to it, but I think at least a small element of your towards that tunnel.
In comp, you typically either go full tunnel push or you don't look at it at all. You might position one person vaguely near it so you know if people are coming through it, but with 7 people, high coordination, you typically don't have to worry about
you're more worried about getting caught out than you are worrying about trying to make a push across it.
Yeah.
I got you. It will be interesting to see what these teams do.
Shall be interesting indeed.
It looks like 228's is setting themselves up for a push, maybe. Because they're on Team 1 side. So they might actually go for the tunnel push.
No?
I guess. Getting a little light banter in with Lord Phyllis. Hey! Hey!
Yeah, this would be interesting. They're all Charlie Beta Lance. I would guess they're not doing a water push. Though that could be bait.
We have a crash. We have a crash.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, Wubby's back. That was quick. But we did lose a couple members of 228.
We just lost the one.
Sadly. Oh yeah, they lost one, unfortunately. Classic spaghetti code.
Yep, decade-old spaghetti code. Go Bert.
Lord Phyllis is like, we have oodles, no worries. Apparently it's a reference to non-alcoholic beer. The bantering continues as oh no. That is not what I want to be seeing on a pro stream. I want to say they need help, but that's not. I don't know if that's appropriate in this context.
Might need help with their taste.
Yeah.
If you're gonna drink, might as well drink something that does something for you, taste-wise or otherwise.
I assume.
I don't know why you would.
The irony is, like, I've been to so many bars where, like, and I don't drink at all. So all I have is like pop, and it's ironic because now I'm getting known at this one restaurant. Every time I go in, I could be away for like 2 weeks. I come back, the exact server knows exactly what I'm drinking and what I'm eating, and she doesn't even say it. She says hi, and she points at me. She goes Coke, and I'm like, yep. And
You've
I'm like,
become a regular.
oh no. And I'm like, I can't tell if I should be concerned or should be like, okay, yeah, this is the life right now. Knowing for a fact that, like, knowing the fact that I just I'm that level of known in that restaurant, to be like, hey, I know exactly what you want. Oh. I'm seeing a prime minister.
Prime Minister.
Yeah, so they stand tall. Team 1 locks it in. Team 1 locks it in, Captain Rex.
Surely it's esports ready, right?
Oh, surely it's definitely. There's no way we're not crashing all over the place.
Bugs.
No way. Captain Rex says Team 2 is locked in. They're gonna launch. And here we go. Now, explain to me this map, because I love to shit on this map so hard. And part of my language, but I love to shoot. Like, I love to poo-poo this map super badly.
Let me pull a tab of comp tactics into a vaguely safe window.
Alright. We look at...
So we have the southern side of water. There's a ship in there. Typically, you'll use those mountains and the ship as cover if you move some bigs down there. Doing DACA typically is how that is done. Otherwise, you end up moving towards the north side and trading over that, and either keeping in a trading pattern, or doing a tunnel push, or otherwise pushing through all of the terrain up here. Viper Black Lantern, if IFR... Oh, what's in the bushy? What is that bushy? Sir, that's a raw wagger.
Analysis already trying to get some damage out the Stalker 5S with the large lasers. This is going to be a slightly slower approach as Lysandra tries to find her way around. And I will pop
I think they're doing a tunnel push.
Oh?
They might be doing a tunnel push, but I'm not sure. NAFF might be doing tunnel push, rather. I've got Prime Maester and the Shadow Cat keeping eyes on everything.
No, doesn't look like it. NAFF isn't looking to set up for a tunnel push. They got a UAV over it with
They are going into the tunnel.
But it looks like 228. Yeah, it looks like 228 is getting their butts ready to go in there.
Oh, I am mixing teams. Okay, yeah. NAFF is going.
NAFF is a standard spread, like a standard receive spread, but I think 228 might.
I think, yeah, 228 is shoveling two
very deep
people through the tunnel. I don't know what the other half of the team is. 2/3. They're just going around the mountain.
Looking for where the rest of the team is, because here we go. Lots of lasers coming out from the rest of the team as they all stand behind the rock. And the Black Lantern out of first is going to find M-Team Drake in the Fleet FA and is going to start putting some lasers down. And Prime Minister is going to be looking towards the fight, where the rest of the fight is. They all take a strike. These Charger N7 from Firewall Slayer are going to have to press the S key and back it up just a little bit for a hot second as they rotate around the rocks. Rat Junkie in the Bull Shark 1, or in the Bushwhacker X1 is going to try to make some moves here as they rotate around, and the Stone Rhino Kolos out of Hammerfell, pushing, W key, pushing with the Supercharger. The shotguns come blazing. Hammerfell's going to be the center of the focus of the target, but it looks like that doesn't matter. It looks like the rest of the light lance coming out of 228 is going to find a 3v1 focus, and Lysandra falls to the lights. Minkata now looking like the Light's next victim here in the 2v1 scenario, as Prime Minister will find them find it and make this a very dangerous 3v1. Degagas taking Rat Junkie for a ride, and Captain Rex finding somebody else as well as Wubbly taking Minkata, and the lights are going to find their way and find around to their next target, Trimnalysis. It seems to be the call. Captain Rex now in the Black Lantern putting more damage down as 228 will fall apart. It's a disaster for 228 as Prime Minister is down to 44% health. And looks like Lord Phileas is trying to find Trimnalysis but can't find the angle. As in Team Drake finds Wubbly and will dance around it as Captain Rex puts bullets in the back. Trent 76 is finding Prime Minister. That's going to be a 2v1 that no one really wanted, but I am Team Drake will fall. And Trimnalysis will find nobody, but Captain Rex finds Prime Minister. That will be the lead, and it's down to Lord Phyllis and the Viper Foxtrot. Captain Rex initiates the 1v1, but now turns it around into a 2v1. Looks like Trent 76 trying not to shoot Captain Rex in the back, but will find that Lord Phyllis is easily dead to Captain Rex. Wow. NAFF turns it around.
Yeah.
NAFF manages to turn...
228 took that very brawly push deck and didn't quite manage to cross that distance into the water once.
Yeah. I don't think 228 was ready for the fact that NAFF was already shifted into the water. I think they got spotted out early.
Yeah, there was the flea, I believe. Red team was NAFF. They had that flea sitting vaguely around the mountain. I think they saw maybe one or two people on Seismic. And then you had the Phoenix, or the Shadow Cat, Prime Maester, I believe. He was very obviously acting as bait. Yeah. I think that combo of the flea sitting there, maybe seeing something on Seismic, but nothing coming around that mountain. And then...
That's pretty much a pretty big tell of, hey, they're inside the tunnel.
Yeah.
So... The call coming in for NAFF saying, hey, head for the water, we'll brawl them there, is pretty darn solid, and I gotta admit. I think 228 needs to tighten up the push just a little bit. They were pretty spread out.
Yeah, that was a side effect of them pushing the Stone Rhino and friend through the tunnel, but everyone else going around, which was a choice. I think the Stone Rhino was already most of the way through by the time they realized
Captain Rex immediately headhunting Firewolf Slayer. I'm pretty sure that's a joke, but at the same time, you have to admit, we love a little drama here on the desk.
A little bit.
Nah, I did not push the button. Oops.
Oopsies.
It is what it is.
It be how it be.
Interesting that Captain Rex tries to poke a shot off and try to headhunt a 228 member, but you know, I am not one to judge. Captain Drake's is pretty proud, pretty happy with that choice of running in the REU server this time around.
Yep.
It worked it. I don't think it really matters in my mind, because NAFF is basically taking this match 3-1.
Yeah, it doesn't. For tiebreaker points, it might matter a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't remember how the scoring works for this.
They are up 3 drops on my end.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's match wins or if it's drop wins.
Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me.
Let me go look at points. Drop win, 2 points. Drop tie, 1 point. Drop loss, 0 points. So it's drop wins. It's not necessarily match wins.
Yeah. I know this was going to go all the way. This was going to go to the distance no matter what happens here, but it was just like, if this was a match-based one, technically NAFF would have taken it.
Yeah.
So, but since it's points-based,
Drop
who cares?
Points. Yeah.
Who cares? They're going the distance anyway.
You gotta get all them points farmed.
Well, 228 has won, and that was really good on their push strat and Cerise, so they got a right idea. They just need to replicate it.
Yeah, if you can single out one side and not get caught in the firing line like they did on the second run of series, then stand a solid chance.
The problem is I don't know if 228 is willing to run that back. Considering this time around they get the top of the hill.
Well, they might just push through.
I mean, they got first shot at tunnel.
Yeah, but they had first shot at water last time, so they could have done that.
That's also true.
If they were looking to do trade, but I think they're very brawl push based, it seems.
That is the most likely option. They might just go back to what they know. Alright, as we close out the last little bit of matches here, NAFF taking up 3 wins over 228 Hotel Hellraisers from Heaven. We look towards the blue side. There is Captain Raz, Minkata, and I'm Team Drake in the Fleet FA. Minkata in the Phoenix 7S. Captain Wreck in the Black Lantern, I believe?
Lots of AC5s on... Oh, ER Larges, ER Peeps, Gauss. They might be going long range on the team of 228.
Yeah. I'm looking at NAFF size, and Lathandra's already in the Warhammer Black Widow with the Bullshark 6 in front from Trinalysis. They're looking for anybody. Yeah, Black Lantern out of Captain Rex. And the Blackjack 1X from Trent, it is, wow, medium lasers and a binary. That is hot.
Which one's on that one?
Blackjack 1X from Trent 76.
Yeah, I see.
First one on the Hunchback. Small pulses, ER Peeps.
New target.
Hammerfeld standing on the home point with the Summoner Golf, small pulse lasers and ER Peeps. The Hoshke coming out of Lord Phyllis, that is AP Gauss and Plasmas. That's gonna be big. And the Meshi Peshu coming out from Rat Junkie. We've seen this thing run before. How well it will do this time around, we don't know. Wubby finishes it off with the Corsair 7A and the ER and Gauss combo.
Airstrike online.
And a Stone Rhino 7 with ER larges, the chain firing build. Prime Minister will wrap this up with the Incubus 5 and the AP Gauss and the Plasmas as early damage has popped off. Looks like NAFF looking for the rotation here on the north side, on the more northern side, closer to the island. But lots of lasers and a lot of trading coming through as both teams are just rotating around. Captain Rex looking behind the rocks here. I'm Team Drake trying to make it to his captain. Prime Minister gonna have to back it up. That's a little too many people and don't want to get caught out like Thandra and the Black Widow. One single light PPC joining that escapade of AC5s. On the other side, Prime Minister might get caught out here. They see the Black Lantern Alpha coming from Captain Rex. Trading so much lasers. I'm Team Drake on the Fleet FA. We've seen this thing be dangerous, as it looks like 228 will be basically stuck in the water here. They get the theta cap point, but it's 2 caps to 2 caps, so it's anybody's match at this rate. But it looks like slowly they're encroaching on theta, as Captain Rex and I'm Team Drake will be making some moves, but Mikada's looking pretty hurt, and the Phoenix Hawk just past the nice line as Lathandra finds Phoenix 1 and Rat Junkie, and that's too much. The Meshipeshu takes the Lathandra. Now they're down 1. 228 now has to play a patient game. As now they are just bleeding NAFF dry. Drake's gonna try. Drake now in the thick of it. But Junkie says hello to I'm Team Drake and goodbye. Captain Rex looks to be the next target between Lord Phyllis and Rat Junkie, but Dream Malice is saying, I'm a bull shark. Prime Minister finds Minkata on the far side of the map, and we didn't even see them. Trans 76 gets blown up by fire with the SR7. Wobbly and the Corsair 7A says goodbye to Captain Rex, and 228 will tear them apart. NAFF was not expecting any sort of thing, and now dead goes the Mudcat Bravo. I'm sorry, but that SR7 is just too much. And 228 will take one more cap to win this drop. It is match over. 228 takes this drop, but that being said,
free of Charger jail.
free of Charger jail. And there is your match, guys. Man.
Yeah, it's it.
That's it. That's all.
7 really put in the damage.
Yeah. Can't underestimate what a laser beam can do. And notice I said laser beam, not beam lasers. That thing was running laser beams.
ER larges. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, that is your match. 228 falling to NAFF in a 3-2, in a decidable 3-2. However, 228 picking up two drops here, giving them what, 4 points if my math is correct here.
Oh, I can go check their last week.
They pick up 4 this match, but I don't know how much they're up from last match.
Div B228H. They won 4-1, so they are at 6 points now, or
8,
10 points.
No. Yeah, I think that's
it's
right.
2 points per win. And
they got 4 wins.
And they added another 4. 4 wins plus 2 wins. So
That's
6 wins.
wins. That's 12.
12 points.
12 points. We can math.
I can math a roundabout way. Yeah.
Yeah, we got there eventually. Anyways, I think that's it for now. Thank you guys everybody for coming. My name is Red Phoenix Cast. Joining me on the desk is I keep forgetting your name. I'm so sorry.
Weasel Slider.
Weasel Slider. Yeah, appreciate it. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I've got a match coming up in an hour, and I want to get some food in me, so I really do appreciate it for everyone. Next match is in less than an hour now? Yeah. But for the cast, I will see you guys later. For Weasel himself, I'll talk to you in 5 minutes.